Why you do things is important. Having a good reason for the things that you do is like having fuel in your car. If you don't have fuel in your car, then you won't be able to take your journey. And it's the same with having a strong why or reason for the things that you do. If you don't have a good reason, you're going to give up on the journey most likely. Today, I want to talk about why I started this channel and why I called it Men in the Middle. Alright, so guys, first off, I just want to thank you for all the support and all the comments and all the encouragement I've received thus far in starting Men in the Middle. It really warmed my heart, and I just want to thank you guys again from the bottom of my heart. Secondly, if you happen to hear a beep 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 sound during this video, and you may have heard it on the first one, that is just a little alarm that I have. And I haven't been able to figure out how to take that off as yet, but I'm working on it, right? Yes, so why did I start this channel, Men in the Middle? Well, the first reason is because I had to learn to take my own advice. You know, if you want to give people advice, you should be willing to take your own advice when it's applicable to you. So some years ago, I was involved in music, and I had a friend who was also involved in music. And he came to me and he asked me, he said, "Daryl, you know, I want to get into music. I want to get out there. He was a singer, or I should say he is a singer. He said, "Daryl, I want to get out there. You know, I want to go out there and I want to sing." And I said, well, okay, well, go and sing. Just go and sing. If you want to sing, go and sing. You don't have to get invited anywhere. You know, you don't have to get invited to a concert, you know, a radio station or something like that. You just go out there and you sing. There are many corners in this country, street corners. You could just go out there and you could start singing. Nobody is stopping you from singing, right? And how that applies to me and this channel is that, you know, I always felt like, look, I like to talk. I like to, you know, share my thoughts with people, and I always felt like, you know, I could be a talk show host or something like that. And I said to myself, okay, well, Daryl, what's stopping you? All you need is a camera. Well, check. You need a laptop. Check. You need internet access. Check. And look, you have YouTube, and you have an audience, right? You can get an audience. So what is stopping you from just, you know, hosting a show? And here we are, right? Take my own advice. It's the second reason why I started the show is because I just feel that there's so much negativity surrounding men, being directed towards men, by men, and I think that we could do better. I think that we can have a positive voice out there. Not that I would be the only one. There are many other positive voices, but I really wanted to do something specifically for men and be a resource, you know, for other men, and be that additional voice out there. Because we as men, sometimes, but people say that we don't speak. People say that, you know, men don't share their feelings and they don't talk and that kind of thing, but that's not 100% true. We do talk. What we talk about is another issue. You know, sometimes we speak about things that aren't encouraging. They don't promote brotherhood. They don't inspire us to do better. And I just wanted to put out another voice, put out something that was positive, that could encourage us to do the right thing. You know, because I wasn't really seeing that, at least in the volume that I think it should be at. Right, so I wanted to put out another encouraging voice out there for men. Thirdly, I've worked with young men in the past. I have a group called Young Men Interceding, and I've had that group for about, probably over probably about a decade or just over a decade. And the reason I started it was because, I wanted to, share my experiences, share my thoughts with other young men. When we share with each other, we could tell each other about our mistakes, about our successes, give advice, and we could encourage one another. So that was one of the reasons I started it. And when I started that group and I continued to have meetings, it got disrupted for many different reasons, not just COVID. I know we like to rely on COVID for a lot of things, but it got disrupted. And then when we started back, one of the guys said, if we could have the meetings recorded, or we could have those discussions as a resource that we could rely on and listen to at another time, that would be great. So that's another reason that I've started this, because you want to leave a legacy. You want to leave a legacy for other people. Anytime you come in contact with someone or you go somewhere, your legacy is what you leave behind or how you've affected that person. So we should always try to leave a positive legacy, leave a positive note on someone else or wherever we've been. And that's another reason. I want to leave some kind of legacy, and I want to leave something for people to remember. Not just me, but remember about life, Right, so that brings me to why I've called it Men in the Middle. Well, I thought it was catchy. Right? I thought it was a cool name. I don't know if other persons may have thought of that, but if they haven't, well, I don't know. I don't know what I can say, but Men in the Middle. I thought it was catchy. And when you think about it, men, we're in the middle of a lot of things. We're in the middle of stress, we're in the middle of life, we're in the middle of careers, we're in the middle of relationships, we're in the middle of our faith, and we're in the middle of all kinds of things, just in the middle. And sometimes we're stuck, we feel we can't get out, but I know that God can help us get through everything, right? This is a Christian-based channel. I believe in God, and I believe in Jesus Christ and His ability to help us through every situation and everything that we're in the middle of. So that's why it's called Men in the Middle, because we're men and we're in the middle of a lot of things, right? So that's it. That's why I started the channel, and that's why it's called Men in the Middle. Again, I want to thank you guys for all your support, all your kind words, and all the feedback. I got feedback too, things I could do differently, right? Don't know if I could implement all of them, but I appreciate it anyway, right? So if you like this video, you could just give me a like at the bottom. You could share it. You could subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It would really help the channel out. And until next time, this is Daryl, and I'm signing out. See you guys later.